of the Prime Minister's roadshow right now in Tumakuru. These are pictures, in fact, live on your screen. That is coming in of the Prime Minister's roadshow in the run-up to the elections in the state of Karnataka. The Prime Minister, of course, is in the state and is campaigning. These are visuals of a roadshow in Tumakuru in Karnataka. Of course, the Prime Minister's final pitch just ahead of elections. Remember, Karnataka votes on the 10th of May and the results are on the 13th of May. The campaign continues. The campaign cries, of course, become Jai Bajrangbali for the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister is in Tumakuru in Karnataka, where he is holding a roadshow as we speak in the run-up to the polls, the voting on the 10th of May. Here are pictures, in fact, on your screen, live coming in from Tumakuru, where the Prime Minister is holding a roadshow in Karnataka. The state, of course, is poll-bound. Nagarjun Dwarkanath is getting us more details. This, in fact, is almost the last leg of the Prime Minister's campaign, of a very, very aggressive campaign in the state of Karnataka. Naga.
At this point of time, he's in Tumakuru city, Neha. He's just landed in Tumakuru city. You can see the visuals that he's taking a roadshow from the helipad to the city of Tumakuru. Tumakuru also has a large population of Lingayats. This is the backbone of the BJP party, and hence he's here to consolidate. Remember, Deve Gowda contested the 2019 Lok Sabha polls and he lost to a BJP candidate. So BJP feels the moment it gets a push in Tumakuru, it does well, and now they want to consolidate the Lingayat vote bank. You have Mr. B.C. Nagesh, who is the Education Minister from the same district. The Tumakuru City MLA, Mr. Jyoti Ganesh, is also from BJP. So they have some presence, which largely used to be JDS and Congress's belt. But now, since 2019-2018, the BJP also sees some chances in Tumakuru City, and the Prime Minister rally would help consolidating the Lingayat vote bank and making it a two-way fight rather than a three-way fight, making it BJP versus the JDS and BJP versus the Congress in few seats. The roadshow that you see, people are welcoming him, and it's big boost for the cadre's morale. We have been talking about how in the last 10 days the Prime Minister has been the biggest trump card for the BJP party here. The moment he comes, large crowd mobilization happens. Usually the MLAs beg, borrow, steal the people, in fact, to mobilize, they arrange the buses. But when it comes to the Prime Minister, the people gather themselves, is what the BJP Karyakartas have been telling us. When we interact with the MLAs, they themselves say that we don't have to force people or even request. They themselves call us and tell us that why don't we come to the roadshow. And tomorrow also is having a roadshow in the city of Bengaluru, 26 kilometers starting from 10 a.m. to 1:30, and Sunday also 10 kilometers roadshow in Bengaluru. A series of roadshows he's done in the last 10 days in Gulbarga, in Bangalore, in Mysore, now in Tumakuru as well.
Yes, and this is his second visit to Tumakuru in this particular year alone, isn't it? He had visited Tumakuru earlier in the month of February as well.
Yes, this is the second time that he's also visiting Tumakuru district. Earlier he visited for the HL inauguration, and now for the political purposes. And remember, Tumakuru has the Siddhganga Mutt, which is the most significant Lingayat Mutt in the area. The Siddhganga Swamiji, whenever Prime Minister comes, he used to meet him. And when the main Siddhganga Shivakumar Swamiji passed away, the Prime Minister came down, the Home Minister came down, including the opposition party leaders, the High Command of the Congress Party also flew down to Bengaluru to take the blessing and to be in the part of the funeral. So that's the reverence of Tumakuru Mutt, Siddhganga Mutt. Most politicians have studied in this Mutt who have gone on to become MLAs as well. But in this itinerary, there's no visit of Prime Minister to the Siddhganga Mutt. But whenever he speaks in Tumakuru area, he always invokes the Siddhganga Mutt and then starts his speech. So likely now also in his public rally, we are expecting that the Prime Minister will speak on the Mutt, the largest Lingayat Mutt, the most influential Lingayat Mutt, if one can say, in this Karnataka region, is the Siddhganga Mutt. We have seen all the parties go there because Lingayats are also quite dominant in Tumakuru district, and this Mutt has been there for generations together. serving free food for people, whoever enters, giving free education to people. Around 10,000 students have come from different backgrounds in the Tumakuru mutt and have been studying there. So Prime Minister knows the value of this mutt and he always invokes the mutt before he starts his speech. Like I mentioned, in Tumakuru city, there's already a BJP MLA, Jyoti Ganesh, who's the son of a sitting MP as well. In 2019, the big blow given by the BJP to the JDS is the loss for the Devegowda, for the Devegowda family. Mr. Gowda himself lost the Lok Sabha seat to Mr. Basavaraj from the BJP. No one expected in 2019 for Devegowda to lose. Earlier it was Mr. Kharge who had lost in Gulbarga, and then Devegowda. So two most prominent leaders of Karnataka, the BJP had given blows to them in terms of the electoral battle in Lok Sabha. And Tumakuru is also 11 seats, Sneha, large vote bank for all the three parties. Traditionally, it has always been the bank of both Congress and JDS. But over the years now, in the last decade or so, BJP slowly has started to show up in pockets of Tumakuru, largely because of the Lingayat population.
Talk to us a little more about the challenge here. What about the Congress contender? What about the BJP and of course, the JDS as well?
BJP, the Congress also has a strong hold. Remember Mr. Parmeshwar, Dr. G. Parmeshwar, the former Deputy Chief Minister for the coalition government. He hails from the same district as well. And this district has given some biggest netas for all the three parties. Mr. Parmeshwar is one such figure that we are talking about. He also lost in 2013 but won again in 2018. Went on to be the Deputy Chief Minister and was the party president for the Congress for almost 8 years. And we have JDS, many netas here as well. And Congress wanted to put forward a SC face called Rajanna, who's from Madhugiri constituency. So he is one of the SC leaders that they feel they can bank upon in the southern Karnataka belt. But he had lost in 2018, but once again he's got the ticket. So Congress hopes to have some SC leadership through him in Tumakuru district. Tumakuru also is known as Kalpataru Nadu because it has Chittur in it. Chittur is the place of Mr. B.C. Nagesh. Kalpataru is what we call for a coconut tree because it's the land of coconuts. They have all the factories that revolve around what can happen, what products can come out of the coconut tree or even the tender coconut plant. So hence Tumakuru is known for tender coconuts, the coconut trees, the agriculture, the paddy as well as the ragi. These are the main things there. But it has always been a two-way fight between the Congress and JDS traditionally. In the last few decades or in the last few years, if I'm corrected, the last few years BJP has got some strong presence in the Tumakuru region, largely because of the Lingayat vote bank. Vokkaligas are dominant here, the Lingayats are dominant. The moment Vokkaligas are dominant, the JDS becomes the number one favorable party for them. The moment Lingayat becomes dominant, it's the BJP which is an advantage. But like I keep mentioning, when it's a three-way fight in old Mysore region, which Tumakuru falls under, when it's a three-way fight, it's advantage Congress is what we are picking up in this recent trends. Wherever I've traveled, we are picking up that moment it's a three-way trend, advantage Congress for in old Mysore region. So we'll have to wait and watch. And the BJP also has largely chosen the candidates very, very carefully in the old Mysore region. In Tumakuru also, many churning happened where people jumped parties. Like the Turvekere candidate of the Congress came from JDS. He was a sitting MLC called Mr. Kantraj. He moved from JDS thinking he might win on a Congress MLA ticket. So it's very unpredictable as well because a lot of churning of candidates has happened in the last 1 month. JDS candidates have moved to Congress, Congress to BJP, BJP to JDS. So it's a triangular churning that has happened, and hence the pathologists find it very difficult in old Mysore region to predict who will win.
All right, I'm going to thank you. In fact, for the moment, Nagarjun Dwarkanath getting us all those details. These are pictures, in fact, of the Prime Minister's campaigning. This is a road show that the Prime Minister is holding in Tumakuru, in pole-bound Karnataka.